Is Skate 4 dead already? Now, I'd like to hope that that's not the case. I actually quite like the game. However, there's a lot of things that point to it being dead. But there's also a lot of things that point to it not being dead. Now, I'll explain to you now and you can decide. Right, just to start off with the basic facts, let's begin. Skate released on September 16, 2025, of course. Off the bat, there were 81,000 concurrent players. That is pretty good. That's pretty good for a game of the Skate size. Within just 5 days, it had reached its peak. 135,000 concurrent players. Again, that's very good. I mean, genuinely quite impressive. Now, it does begin to go down from here, and quite significantly. The week just after its peak, right? Just 7 days from the Sunday it reached its peak to the Sunday after, it went down 20,000 people. Now, as of today, as of the 28th of October, 2025, Skate right now, as of me speaking, is at its all-time lowest. It has, and this is such a sad number, it has 24,000 people currently playing it. Again, that might not seem that bad, but just 1 month ago, it was at 81,000. It has gone down by a division of 4 in just 1 month. That is terrible. But we all know why, don't we? It's so obvious as to why. I mean, there's I can list 10 reasons right now. I'll only list 3. Number 1 is live service, which means unlike every other Skate that's come before it, there will be a point in its lifetime where it will die, where everything you spent your money on will no longer be accessible unless they add offline mode. Knowing EA, of course they won't, but that's what it currently looks like. Anything you've already spent your money on, at some point, yes, that's a while away, it's only been a month after release, but in at least 10 years, it will all be gone. Number 2, there is a lack of content. Now, when you first load into the game, yes, it's free. When you first load into the game, there is quite a lot of stuff. You do a big tutorial. There is an entire island just for the tutorial. That's quite an impressive start. And then you get put onto the huge city, and you see all of it. It's a huge, sprawling cityscape. Towering cities, it's incredible. You stand there in awe for a good 5 seconds. It's actually very impressive. And then you start doing well, it's not really a story, but you start doing the missions it tells you to, and then you get to the point where you kind of get bored of those. You can do what you want. But after the first 3 hours, you start seeing the same points over and over and over again. While the map itself is quite big, actually, the contents of it aren't. There's I'd say 50 missions that change every week, right? So they reset, so you can get points from the same mission as if you come back each week, and they sort of reset over. But the problem is each mission only takes 5 minutes at most. So yes, there's some hard ones that might take 10, 15 minutes, but there'll be some easy ones that take 30 seconds and 1 attempt and you've done it all. The problem is there's a huge variety of content. There's some really easy stuff for new players, and there's some really hard stuff for good players. But the problem is there's not a lot of it. Yes, there's stuff for both ends of the spectrum, but there's not a lot of stuff. And for a game of the size that it's trying to go for, it's a Skate game, they should be huge, it's not very big. And yes, if you look on the map, or you watch someone play it, or you see there's probably some footage of it in the background right now, and you look at that, to a person, if you haven't played the game before, that looks kind of big. If you have played the game before, it looks kind of big. But if you've played the game a lot before, that looks pretty small. You learn, because of the way the map's set out, you learn it very quickly. And that's not a bad thing. That means it's good game design, right? But you learn it in a way, because of the way it's been put together, it's quite sprawling horizontally. Yes, there's height to it, but not a lot of height. And the way, because it's so horizontal, it doesn't feel very big. Think about Silent Hill, and think about games that are very horizontal. You don't go climbing up huge amounts of city buildings in Silent Hill. You walk across it, right? And each level, segmented, doesn't feel huge, right? Skate 4 feels like a large single level, if you know what I mean. That might be me expecting a lot. I know it's a free game. There is a lot of microtransactions though, and that's another problem. There's a very big amount of money incentive going on. But yeah, the problem is that it aims for so much and accomplishes half of it. Like, it's not a bad game, and I play it now, and I enjoy playing it. I play it with my girlfriend. I have fun playing it. But there's only so much you can do. Now, number 3. This is building on the fact that it's online all the time. And it's sad to admit this, because I do actually love Skate, and I love the game, I love the franchise. It's not really a multiplayer game. Yes, it's fun being able to play with other people. It's fun being able to attempt the same tricks at the same time and chatting while you're doing it, and doing fun things, doing the same mission as a duo or a group of 3 or a group of 4. The problem is though, is that the game should not have a foundation level of being online. It's not Fortnite. It tries to be Fortnite, even with its battle pass. It tries to be Fortnite. If you play Fortnite for 10 minutes, you can see the battle pass is exactly the same. It's horrendous. But the problem is that this game, its foundation is built online. You physically cannot play it offline. You just can't boot up the game if you're offline. You have to be connected to the internet. And the problem is that the type of game that this is, Skate, it's not a game you play online. It's not a game that you should be forced to play online. It's fun to play with your friends, and it's fun to watch someone do something cool while you're just skating past them on the street. But that should not be the entire game. And I know a lot of people say this, and it's a big gripe with the community. If you watched any Skate videos, you would have noticed this is a point that people don't like. But the problem is that the problem that I haven't seen anyone else highlight, is the fact that it's just so intrusive. The problem is their quick drop thing, the thing where you can place down your own obstacles. It ruins the game. Because there is no reason that you should be able to by default, interact with something that someone else has put down anywhere on the map. And if you haven't played the game, you might not know how annoying this is. But if you spend 10 minutes, which is quite a lot of time to play that game, 10 minutes trying to do one thing, and just as you're about to get it, someone places a rail just across you and you go flying, it's so annoying. And there's not enough moderation there to just, report them and they disappear instantly. It's like you report them and you will never know if anything happens. They have caused absolute havoc, sent like 50 people flying to their deaths, and you will have no idea if they were affected, if they got any punishment for that. I know that sounds like a very goody two-shoes thing. Oh, I want them to get punishment for being a meanie. But genuinely, it is so it's like playing COD and having one member of your own team just have the ability to team kill you. It's so annoying. It's like everyone being on the same team and then one of you isn't. But you can't, you can't report the guy. It's like cheating. You can't report the guy, but it's annoying. It's annoying. It should be an optional thing. Like, yeah, okay, I want to see what people are making. I want to see what tricks people are doing. Oh, that person thought they did something cool. I want to see what they just did it off of. Having it willingly turning it on, not forcing you to turn it off. Like, you can go into the build mode and disable someone else's build, specifically someone else's, not like all of them together, but you can disable someone specifically. But you can only do that after you've gone and found it. You can't just disable a specific person's all dropped items. You can't go and disable interactions with all of them. You have to physically go and pick what you want to remove. It's so irritating, it's so annoying, because you only do that after you found it. So when you're doing a trick that's super cool and you get hit into something, you wouldn't be able to know first, which means it's something you have to just go and do. I'm sorry, I yapped about that for quite a while, but it's one of my least favourite features. Right. Skate 4 is so over. I'm joking. It's fine. It's gonna survive, I expect, for at least another year, maybe. But there is good that comes out of it. The silver lining, of course. The fact that even after all of the mishaps and the problems, the many problems, quite a lot of problems, it's an alright game, but it does show that the gaming industry needs change. And judging by this, I expect it will change. I hope it will change. I beg that it change. I want it to change so much. Right, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe because that's... I can't use the word gay. That's not good. But genuinely, it does. Just to put this in perspective for you, if you were to just watch this video, thank you very much, of course, it would give it like another, I'd say, 10 other views. It would have the ability to give it 10 other views. If you liked it, 50. If you subscribe, I kid you not, 1,000. It's, oh my god. And if you don't feel like this is good enough to subscribe, and I must admit I agree with you on a level, like it. If you don't like it, then dislike it. I mean, honestly, I want to know what works and I want to know what doesn't. If you think this is good enough, I would like to know. You don't have to comment. I can understand how intrusive that is. Please don't worry about doing that, Jesus Christ. Just, in any way you want to, even by not, I'd like to know. Thank you so much for watching. Oh my god, I'm literally sat here cupping my microphone in my hands right now. Goodbye.